5 Virgo man weaknesses in love. If you're wondering about a Virgo man's weaknesses, you should know that he is easily vulnerable to true love. Virgo men are independent, but by no means are they flawless. So, what are his weaknesses in love? A Virgo man's weakness includes being critical not only towards others but also to himself. He can also be uptight and stubborn because he is defiant and will not let anything change his mind once he has already made a decision. Deep down, he is also insecure and sensitive despite his calm and collected demeanor. Knowing more could help you understand him better, and I have more to tell you if you are willing. Before we talk about his weaknesses in more detail, let's see what it's like to date him. Dating a Virgo man. When it comes to dating, the Virgo man prefers to consider himself as the dominant partner, the one who makes all the decisions, but if you don't agree, stand your ground. He'll never acknowledge he's wrong or that he missed something, but he'll analyze any comment, most likely over and over again. He is rational, therefore he listens to his head rather than his heart. He will always consider the consequences of his acts, no matter what, because he never acts rashly. Virgo men consider all of the options at hand in order to make the best decision possible for themselves. In general, Virgo men strive for excellence in their work and personal lives, and they are dissatisfied with their lives as they are continually on the lookout for more. Virgo men are completely honest, and they are forthright in expressing their thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. After all, Mercury, the planet of communication, rules Virgos. He has a knack for making his points clear, and he always wins when it comes to debates because he provides information in a straightforward and concise manner. When he loses, on the other hand, he may also get frustrated. Virgo men can be quite romantic, and because they're keen observers, they'll pick up on minor facts about your relationship. He may not make huge gestures, but he will demonstrate his love in small ways. He will always know what to say to brighten someone's day, and when it comes to love, he is clever, if cautious. He intends to stay in a relationship for a long time when he enters one, and he doesn't want anything, especially his relationships, to fail. Even when Virgo men fall in love, it takes time for him to open up to a new person, as he takes his time in relationships since he doesn't want to regret his decisions. A Virgo man prefers to take his time and ensure that he is with the correct person. When dating a Virgo, keep in mind that they are overthinkers, so you must express your feelings to them in a straightforward and concise manner. Otherwise, he may become anxious even if nothing is wrong. Virgo men have a strong sense of loyalty, and they will only commit to someone with whom they can envision a future with. Virgo men will not waste time in a bad relationship, and because they're sensible, therefore they'll leave if someone isn't good for them. If you're with a Virgo man, you can count on his loyalty, and he will even come to you and tell you if something is wrong with the relationship. Virgo men, despite their critical nature, are immensely supportive. He will convince his loved ones to pursue their ambitions, and your Virgo man is also known for energizing those around him. A Virgo man may appear distant at first, yet he is actually sweet and generous, and he would go to any length for the ones that he cares about. With that being said, Virgo men are genuine sweethearts who love to look after others. Now that we've talked about what the Virgo man is like when dating you, let's get into his weaknesses. But first, if you've enjoyed the information so far, make sure to smash the like button. 5 weaknesses of a Virgo man in love. 1. He is critical. They are regarded for their critical thinking skills, but they are also known for their critical attitude toward others. They may feel like people aren't trying hard enough or as hard as they are, without even considering how judgmental they are. Not only with others, but he can also be critical towards himself, as he is always dissatisfied. This can cause problems in a relationship that is otherwise going well. He might say things like, "I'm not good enough," or, "I don't know anything." The trouble is, he appears to know everything at other times. Though he tries to act as if he has it all together and knows what he's talking about, the truth is that he, like the rest of us, is insecure, and he simply does not want anyone else to know or see it. 2. He is uptight. Virgo men are known for their overthinking and anxiety, and they are concerned by a variety of minor issues and are frequently advised by peers to chill or relax. And indeed, Virgo men need to learn to relax from time to time. He is the king of not letting go and easily overworks and worries himself. Virgo men are tense people who obsess over every element of their life because they despise spontaneity and any disruption to their mundane daily routine. He is naturally strained, which makes him organized and efficient. While this may be the norm for him, it's still crucial for you to let him know how much he is valued so the stress doesn't become too much for him. 3. He is insecure. As much as a Virgo man would like people to believe he knows who he is and what he's doing, he has no idea. He gets himself mixed up half of the time, and if you try to give him advice, he will be angry or annoyed that you are attempting to help him because he doesn't want it, since it makes him feel like a loser, even if he secretly needs it. Although he appears to be calm on the outside, a Virgo man is quite insecure deep inside, and it may be hard for you to handle. However, it is something that a Virgo man would experience at various points in his life. He will sometimes show his fears by being confrontational, while sometimes he would openly criticize himself or take it out on others. 4. He is stubborn. No one can persuade a Virgo man to change his mind once he has a vision of what he wants. Even if someone has a good suggestion for guiding a Virgo man in the right way, your Virgo man will most likely ignore it because he is very strong-willed. He believes he is always correct, thus he refuses to compromise, as well as believing that he knows more than the rest of us, which may be a problem when it comes to arguments. Virgo men have a particular method of doing things, and they usually stick to it. When it comes to their perfectionist inclinations, there is no middle ground. Everything has to be exactly how they want it or nothing at all. This form of stubbornness can be frustrating for those who have to cope with it, and it frequently leads to conflict. 5. He is sensitive. A Virgo man, like every other sign, is extremely sensitive. Virgo men are keen observers who can notice when something isn't quite right, and even if this can be seen as his strength, this may be referred to as weakness as well. Even if your Virgo man typically struggles to be strong, cool, and in charge, he is actually very susceptible to his emotions and doesn't hesitate to communicate his feelings. Virgo men are masters at controlling their emotions because they are extremely sensitive and don't want to overreact. Because they've been holding it in for so long, by the time you hear what's upsetting him, it can come out in an aggressive way. Virgo man's weaknesses in love. Final thoughts. The weaknesses of a Virgo man in love are: he is critical. He is uptight. He is insecure. He is stubborn. He is sensitive. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe.